Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Live Huhnkie episode 272.1. Happy Saturday morning. Good morning. Yeah, let's do stretching, okay? Yeah, good morning. Mighty proud future leaders. Yeah, martial arts, education, culture development. Thank you. Yeah, so this morning I woke up and I did some running in the neighborhood. Yeah, how long? Maybe a mile, I guess, or less than that, for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, it was nice morning run. Yeah. All right. Oh, oh. Stretching very important, okay? Yeah, do it with me. Eh? Oh. Ha. Eh? Okay. All right. All right, now, let's do martial arts, okay? Let me imagine that there are multiple bears, okay? And I have to fight them all, okay? Let's say I'm fighting multiple bears, okay? Let's say four bears, front, back, left, and right, okay? Ah, 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 huh, ah, 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 Okay, violence back, thank you. Whew, good exercise there. Okay. Welcome back. We are back. Uh, yeah, it's a little bit too bright, but it's beautiful day. Yeah, my body has cooled down a little bit. There's just some brightness adjustment here, the cell phone. All right, so let's continue the story time from yesterday. Let me redo my hairdo. Uh, so yesterday, we started the show with this. What's that? The Korean TV show review. Okay. My ID is Gangnam Beauty. Okay, so that's the Korean TV shows, 2018 production. Amazing TV show, and it's kind of a little bit element of this coming of age. What is coming of age in literature or movies, TV shows? It's about a person growing up, basically. Okay, as a young person. Okay, becoming an adult. Okay, so and then in that TV show, there's some bullyism scene. So and then I remembered my own experience with Buddhism. Okay, so yeah, so it's kind of coming of age. So let's continue Hunkle's autobiography story time. But the thing is this: I'm a storyteller, writer, fiction writer, and so when I tell you the story that I experienced, it's not exactly 100% true story. Maybe 90%, 10%, slightly modified to fit the narrative. Uh, Keep that in mind, okay? So there's some fictional elements that I introduce. Sometimes I omit some details that does not quite fit into the narrative, the storytelling, or theme. For thematic purposes, I omit some details and I add some fictional elements there too. Okay, so it's not 100% accurate. Uh, because I'm a fiction writer, okay? So it's based on true story, but a little bit modified, okay? Keep that in mind because I do not want to lie. But this is actually inside and out. Whatever. Anyway, so middle school, South Korea, seventh grade, first year in the middle school. Again, in South Korea back then, I don't know about now. 3 years middle school, 3 years high school. Okay, so secondary is the education. So first in the middle school. Okay, yeah, it's all boys school, but no school uniforms, no military haircut. Okay, but all male gender, 50 students per classroom. Okay, 50. Okay, so and I think that they're stressed out because there are no females in the classroom, and also stricter emphasis on studying. Okay, so I guess many boys were stressed out because it's sudden change. There are no more girls in the school. Okay, and more stricter emphasis on studying. All boys school. So I guess they was stressed out. Okay, and so there was this. They started this bullyism. In my class, I was the only victim of just two. There were only two bullies, and I was the only victim. Okay, in my class, but I learned that it was like that in all other classes. I do not know how many bullies in another class and how many victims in another class because there are 12 classrooms, 50 students each, 13 years old. So in our seventh grade, so 50 times 12, 600 students, all boys, all 13 years old, and all, yeah, all South Korea. Okay. And so in other classes, later I learned that yeah, it was like that everywhere. Okay, but I do not know whether how many per class on average, how many big bullism, regular bullism, how many bullies were there in other classes, and how many victims were there. But in my class, I was the only victim, and there were only two school bullies, and they did that to me entire year. It was hell. Nobody helped me. Class president, class vice president, or just some other guys who can fight pretty well. They didn't intervene. Uh, the two school bullies, I think they're decent fighters. Okay, and but the thing is this: they're just very bad people. Because I didn't do anything wrong. Why harass me, bully me? I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, they did it for fun, and many students in my classroom they enjoyed watching me being bullied. It was cruel. Okay, so they left. Some of them did. Okay, maybe some others. Maybe they felt sorry. Eh? But nobody told me. Okay, so I guess I learned some lesson, life lesson there. Yeah, I have to stop for myself. I have to fend for myself. I have to go back to taekwondo school, but I didn't because I did not know what the problem was. I was 13. Next year, I went back to taekwondo school, learned some more, and I was willing to fight those people. And nobody messed with me. Okay, so yeah, you need to learn martial arts. Okay, because there are bad people out there. Sometimes there's no help. So you have to help yourself. You have to protect yourself. So you need to learn martial arts, okay? So I learned that lesson very hard way. Okay? Yeah, 5 minutes break for class. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to human school, okay? Yeah. Okay. 5 minutes, thank you. Ugh. Okay, welcome back. We're back. Ooh, let me do my tail, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so as a 13-year-old, first year in the welcome, good morning. We're talking about Korean story, okay? So kind of like 1991, seventh grade when I was bullied, okay, by these two guys. So I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't know what the solution was. Okay, so I was bullied for 1 year. Okay, it was like hell. Okay, it was one of the most difficult time in my life. Okay, but so Christian church really helped. I did not tell anybody. Just going there and every Friday evening. Okay, there's this event every Friday. The Korean gospel. Well, sometimes translated from English, okay, with singing, okay, and that really helped, okay, and praying. But the Buddhism did not stop. Again, even in the church, I did not tell anybody because I was ashamed as a man, okay. Also, look, I understand females they go through difficulties too, okay, and I appreciate females, okay. It's just that I do not know too much about females, okay. What I can tell you is my own experience as a male, okay. But I'm sure females go through difficult times and challenges, obstacles, and victory, overcoming, and the challenges, and I'm sure they have great stories. Okay, it's just that I do not know what they go through because I went to boys' school. Okay, middle school, high school, they're all boys. In college, in Madison, Wisconsin University, I majored in computer science. Okay, I don't know about now, but back then it's like 90% males, very few female computer science majors, very few. Okay, and later on joined the U.S. Army. Again, I do not know about now, but back then 90% males. Okay, now I'm in Alaska, right? There are more males than females in Alaska because I'm kind of masculine kind of guy. I do not have that much muscle, but the degree of muscle does not define masculinity. Okay, I mean masculinity by personality, character trait. I'm kind of extreme male. Okay, that's why I tend to do things that guys like to do, like coming to Alaska, for example. Okay, we have long, dark, cold winter in Alaska. I love it. Okay, yeah, I love that stuff. Okay, yeah, sure. But we appreciate females. Okay, yeah, I'm straight. Okay, we appreciate females. Okay, absolutely. It's just that I don't know too much about that. Okay. Yeah. So what I can tell you is my experience as a man. That's all. Okay? But we appreciate females. Okay. So yeah, going to church every Friday it really helped, but I did not tell anybody. I did not tell my parents, teachers, church pastors of me being bullied in school entire year, seventh grade when I was 13. I was ashamed yeah, because it means I'm weak. Eh? So I prayed, but bullying did not stop. But it helped. Uh, Going to church is it gave me some sense of hope. Although Buddhism did not stop. Okay. Then come next year, I become eighth grade, and all the classmates, most of us change. Okay, that's how they do it. Okay, in South Korea, like new classmates. Okay, they just mix from different classrooms every grade. Okay, it was like that. Okay, so okay, eighth grade. Okay, I was like, yeah, I went back to taekwondo school. Okay, and I learned some more taekwondo. I got black belt when I was in elementary school. Okay, but later on, yeah, I went back to taekwondo school because I could not just let this continue. Next year, like eighth grade. Okay, when I was 14 years old, and nobody messed with me. Yeah, I was willing to fight that. Okay, and nobody messed with me. Okay, but they don't want to get into trouble. Yeah, yeah. So it stopped Buddhism. Okay, yeah. So I had to. I'm glad it happened. I think it's got divine design. It's like special 1 year in hell training session, to toughen me up from God's point of view, divine point of view, because I was not injured. Okay. In psychology, they talk about trauma or you will never disappear completely. I disagree. I look, I'm smiling and laughing as I talk about this experience. I'm glad it happened. It made me a stronger person. Huh? Yeah. So it's good that it happened, okay? Everything's fine. Okay. 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Yeah, welcome to human school, okay? Yeah, you learn martial arts, okay? All right. No matter what your gender is, okay? You to learn martial arts. So what other kind of masculine traits do I have? I like being alone, okay? I like traveling alone. Or during the winter, right? At night. I go out there running, okay? Alone at night when it's dark. I like that stuff, okay? And yeah, I like challenges, okay? Yeah. So again, I'm not saying women should not do that, but well, they need to learn martial arts though, okay? Because in this world, there are more dangers that females face. Okay, there are bad guys out there. Okay, so most criminals are males, the aggressive gender. Okay, most criminals are in like prison. I never went to prison. Okay, because I don't do anything illegal. I don't. Okay, yeah, smoke cigarettes, drinking alcohol. I do that stuff, but legally, safe, moderation, fashion. Okay, like when I'm at home, I drink. Okay. Anyways, but okay, bullies. Who are they? Like middle school bullies. These two guys. Okay, what I remember from them is this. Okay, they do not have that many clothes, so they would wear pretty much same clothes every time. Every time. Okay, so my guess is that they're kind of low class, economic class. Okay, their parents most likely abusive. Where did they learn at the age of 13-year-old? Where did they learn how to be so abusive? Physically, psychologically abusive. Who taught them that? Most likely their parents, right? And so they're low class economic level, okay. But I'm not saying all like welcome, good morning, mighty profit Charlie Doris, your martial art education crowd development, okay. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. We are talking about Korean story, okay. So let's analyze this situation, okay. School bullies, who are they? Yeah, so I remember these two school bullies, seventh grade, when we are 13-year-old, this middle school, 1991. Okay, we were born in 1978. Okay, all same age. Okay, we are 13. Two school bullies, the same clothing every time. Okay, so my guess is that they're poor people. Poor, their parents are poor people. Okay, the low class. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying all the low income parents are bad people, but they're mostly nice people. Okay. But some of those parents in low income family parents, because they're stressed out, because low education level, so they make little money, and so not all of them become abusive, but many people do. Low income family, less education, and less money making, so they're not happy, and some of them become abusive toward their children, okay, and they become school bullies, and later on, if not corrected, they become criminals as adults, okay. They're mostly from low income family. Domestic abuse, domestic violence by parents to their children, that's how they grow up. So like it it's sad, but it's the reality. That's why in human rights school we emphasize education, go to university, go to college or trade school, whatever, tertiary education. After high school, you need to continue education, okay, and get educated, get a good job, make good money, and be happy. Healthy habits. Marriage after you make enough money. When you turn like what 32. Dating after you turn 27, something like that. Okay, you need to study and get a good job, graduate, get a good job, make money, and be happy. Okay, that's why we emphasize education in human rights school. It's for very good reason. Because this low income, some of them, because there are other low income good parents, I know. Okay, but some low income parents turn to abuse of their children. Okay, and they become school bullies. If not corrected, they become adult criminals. Okay, so that's who they are, school bullies. They learn it from their parents. Abuse. Okay? Yeah. If not corrected, yeah, they become criminals and they go to prison. Okay? Because bullyism is a crime. It's not an okay thing to do. It's a crime. What kind of crime? Assault, battery, battery and assault. Okay, because they're being physical. Okay, and then harassment. That's like psychological harassment. Okay, so it is a crime. Prison. Okay, so it's not an okay thing to do. Okay, yeah. Yeah. After 5 minutes break, we flash forward, U.S. Army days. Okay, yeah, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009. Okay, so from 1991 to 2009, 18 years later. So welcome to Human Rights Show. Okay, we are gonna make a movie here. Okay, yeah. Flash forward. Okay, sure. Hunkle's adventure. Sure, sure. Or Hunkle's what coming of age, whatever. Okay, yeah. 2009, I was 31. I joined the U.S. Army. Okay. Basic combat training in Fort Benning, Georgia. Okay, yeah, 2009. Yeah, after finance break. Okay, yeah. We continue that story. Okay, so welcome to Human Rights Show. Human Rights School. Okay, we're gonna make a movie. Okay, yeah, nice. Writing a story. Sure. Okay, welcome back. Back. So, by between the year 1991 and South Korea, and then year what 2009, Fort Benning, Georgia. Okay, that's like what 18 years. I don't know. Yeah. Welcome. Good morning. So, I was born in America. Okay, that's how I got American citizenship. Okay, but I grew up in South Korea. Okay, until like 1997. Okay, high school graduation. Okay, so welcome. Good morning. I'm talking about my kind of autobiographical story. Okay, so, story time. So yeah, and I went to Madison, Wisconsin University, major in computer science, and after that, Cornell University, 2 years as a graduate student, and then Los Angeles, California, working as a computer programmer for 3 years, and then I joined the U.S. Army. Okay, yeah, at the age of 31, 2009. Okay, and all those time, 18 years. Okay, yeah, I learned many different kinds of martial arts. Okay, I went to some classes, martial art classes, in school, and also between us guys. Okay, we practice martial arts together. It's not like street fighting. No, we are not even sparring. We are not fighting. We are practicing martial arts together. Okay, between us guys. Females, they need to do that too. Okay, but maybe they do. I do not know. Okay, yeah, but I'm a guy, so between us guys, yeah, we practice martial arts. Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, my professor does. Yeah, martial arts education culture. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Hmm? I like your name. Okay. Yeah. Good. Now, uh, so yeah, between those guys, we practice martial arts together. Okay. Teaching each other. Okay. Yeah. 18 years. Okay. And also me like watching like martial art movies and imitating their moves as I watch like it's in YouTube martial art movie clips, okay? Imitating their moves at home, okay? And yeah, watching martial art movies, okay? And taking some classes, martial art classes, learning from my friends whose martial arts better than mine. And so I learned a lot for the 18 years before I joined the US Army, okay? So Fort Benning, Georgia, okay? So, and also I've been to Hollywood, okay? So as a performer, so like singing, dancing, writing, acting. And also I joined the US Army at the age of 31. Most others, they are out of high school, 18, 19, okay? Most of my colleagues, junior enlisted, Fort Benning, Georgia, okay? So I was popular. Because I was what? 31? I was like 13 years older than them. Huh? Although I look younger than my age. I'm 48 now. Let me redo my hair, though, okay? So I'm older than they are in the US Army, but I look about their age, okay? So, and I'm funny, I'm a nice guy. I've been to Hollywood, very well educated, okay? Before that, I have 4 year college degree in computer science, and I worked as a computer programmer. I was in Hollywood, experienced in acting, writing, directing, whatever, dancing, singing, acting, and I also before that I was in Cornell University, Ivy League school, PhD candidate, although I dropped out, okay, computational biology, okay. So I'm very well educated, very experienced. I've been to Hollywood, I can sing and dance, and also I know martial arts, many different kinds of martial arts, okay. And so I was hugely popular. Born in Georgia. Back then it was all boys school. Okay. Welcome, good morning. Yeah, Huhnkie story time, okay? Yeah. My martial arts can call them mighty proud future leaders. Thank you. So yeah, it was quite a surprise, okay? For Bang Georgia, okay? It was as if, yesterday I told you about this like prom king kind of guy, handsome, right? Hugely popular, okay? I became something like that when I was in the US Army, Fort Benning, Georgia, basic combat training. Army boot camp, okay? I become like the local celebrity. But the difference, there are no ladies. It was all boys school. Fort Benning, Georgia, how many student soldiers were there? Wait, Bravo company. Okay, we have platoons. Each platoon it was just like South Korea, middle school. Okay, about each platoon about 50 student soldiers. Bravo company, how many platoons? Maybe five. Okay, so maybe 250 soldiers, something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then the Delta company, Charlie company. Okay, Echo company. Like so one battalion, Alpha company, Beta, the Bravo company, Charlie company, Delta company, Echo company. In our battalion, basic combat training, maybe a couple of thousands. Okay, is U.S. Army, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009, and we are all boys, all guys. Back then, it was all boys school. Our drill sergeants, all males. It was like that. But I was like the most popular guy. Okay. So I was kind of like a prom king guy in South Korea. Okay, the tall and handsome, right? But the difference is that there are no ladies. In Fort Benning, Georgia, Back then, 2009, it was all boys school. And we were straight, yeah. But I was the most popular guy there. But not like prom king, high school or middle, whatever, okay? Because there are no ladies. 5 minutes break. 5 minutes break for Koreans, okay? Oh, how funny, right? Yeah. 5 minutes, thank you. Okay, continuing story time. How interesting, right? Yeah. Welcome to Human School. Where education meets entertainment and entertainment meets education, vice versa. Human School. Okay, so yeah, let me redo my hairdo. Okay, so okay, kind of feminine side there. I want to be beautiful, okay? So, whatever. Now, so yeah, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009. Okay, I became hugely popular. Okay, so but there are little ladies. That's fine. Okay, yeah, we're straight guys, but we had some fun. How did I become popular? Story time. Okay, so we have this long line every single time when we eat food in dining facility. Defect. Okay, it's a by design. Patience training. Okay, you have to on your right to eat food. Long line. It's by design. Okay, not because they do not have money. No, U.S. Army. Okay, they got money. It's by design. Okay, yeah, they wanted to teach us how to wait in line, on the right to eat food. You have to earn it. Long line, sometimes 1 hour. Okay, other times 30 minutes. Uh, by design. Okay, yeah, patience training. So yeah, we are allowed to. Sometimes we are not allowed to talk at all. Again, by design. Other times they let us talk. Yeah, we tell them stories. just like now. Okay. And most of them they're out of high school. Okay, so 19, 18. Okay, so and they enjoyed my stories. Okay, because I was 31, 13 years older than they were. Okay, so they loved me. Okay, yeah. And also I look young, but I'm older by 13 years. Okay, so of course they loved me. Yeah. And also demonstrate some martial arts too, like one hand push up, kicking and punching, rather hard surface like metallic surface. Okay, yeah, it's traditional Chinese kung fu to strengthen our bones like knuckles. Okay, I show them. Okay, so and they loved it. Okay, so yeah. Mm. But there's some bullyism. They didn't bully me. Okay, because I was like hugely popular. I so more sort of like comes from political power, kinda a little bit informally. Okay, and also yeah, they know I'm a martial artist. Okay, and I'm older. They're not mess with me, but sometimes they mess with each other. Okay, and I stop that. Why? Maybe some Christian influence. Okay, yeah, helping other people in trouble. Some Christian influence, good kind of Christian influence. Okay, and also when I was bullied in middle school, 18 years earlier in South Korea, nobody helped me. So now that I'm older, 18 years later, Fort Benning, Georgia, America, when I see a soldier being bullied by another soldier, I had to stop them. So I intervened because I did not want to be those Korean guys who just stood there doing nothing about it when I was being bullied. I did not want to be like those Korean guys who did not intervene when I was being bullied. Again, in my opinion, looking back, it was divine design by divinity. Okay, yeah, it has to be. And I got even more respect from my U.S. Army colleagues. Okay, they saw me stop being bullying. Hmm? Good story, right? Yeah, true story though. I'm not a creative. I am creative. I'm a writer, but so I can present these true stories like in a movie because I'm a filmmaker, writer, producer, actor, storyteller. Okay, I know how to do this. Okay, so welcome to Human Church, Human School. Okay, yeah. Now 5 minutes break for rest. Okay, time check. Has it been 1 hour yet? We're having a lot of fun, huh? Yeah, it's been about 1 hour. Let's ventilate. Okay, yeah. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, 5 minutes. What? Yeah. Let's ventilate. Oh, beautiful sunshine there. Yeah. Right. Okay. Welcome back. We are back. Uh, okay, so okay, for Bank Georgia and yeah, basic combat training. After that, for Golden Georgia, advanced engineer training. My job was electrician for helicopters. Okay, so yeah, for Bank Georgia about 2 to 3 months. For Golden Georgia, about 6 to 7 months. Okay, and then I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, okay. So after all that education and training, Army school. Okay, okay. So Fort Benning, Georgia. Okay, again, most soldiers there younger than me. Okay, yeah. So I was E4 specialist because I got 4 year college degree. Okay, and there are the okay. So again, another Bravo company. Okay, Fort Benning, Fort Golden, Fort Hood, Bravo, 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 forever. Okay, it's coincidence. Okay, so Better Business Bureau (BBB). Yeah, we joked about that. Okay, so really divine design. Okay, so yeah, so okay, Fort Texas, Fourth Cavalry Division, this big unit. Okay, in Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, so they have this ceremonial team in Fourth Cavalry Division. Okay, during the ceremony, they do horse riding. Okay, for ceremonial purposes. They're tall, handsome guys. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Cavalry traditionally, historically, they're horse riders. Okay, yeah. So Fourth Cavalry, the big army patch, it has this horse. Okay, because traditionally that's how it began. Okay, and they still have that horse riding unit for ceremonial purposes. Okay, yeah, yeah. But me, I was 94 Romeo. Okay, electrician for helicopters. Okay, so and so I at first that was 2010. Okay, Fort Hood, Texas. Uh, we are stationed in West Fort Hood. Back in the days, used to be called Clean Base, but actually, the Clean is the name of the town in Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, so West Fort Hood actually it was in Copperas. Okay, it's a nice town next to Clean, Texas. Okay, about 1 hour north of Austin, Texas. Okay, good place. And we are army barracks. It's like small apartment. It's like dormitory. Okay, small. Two-bedroom apartment, but very small. Okay, and we didn't have a kitchen. We have shared bathroom. Okay, and we were dining facility defect. Okay, so we did not have to cook, and it's free for us. Okay, yeah, dining facility defect. Chow hall. Okay, good food. Yes, yes, healthy food. Okay, yeah, we're well fed. Okay, and it was nice. Okay? But so I was new in Fort Hood, Texas, First Cavalry, Bravo Company unit. Okay, how big is Bravo Company? Okay, we have many platoons. Okay, I was an avionics platoon. Okay, and each platoon about 30 soldiers, around about there. Okay, with seven platoons. Okay, so 30 times seven, 210. Yeah, that was Bravo Company. Okay, about 300 more or less. Okay, less than 500, I think. Bravo Company. Okay, 90% males, about 10% females. 2010, both Texas. Okay. Hmm? Five minutes back for Forest. Okay. It was nice. Okay. Yeah. Mostly. I tell you most tours there. Yeah. 5 minutes back. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so now for Texas days, okay, interesting story there. So these guys, okay, junior soldiers, E4 specialists, including myself, okay, but they've been to U.S. Army longer than I have, although they're younger than me, okay. 2010, so I'm 32, okay, so they try to claim this seniority, okay, although they're younger than me, they've been to Army longer than I have. And also I look younger than my age. Maybe they thought I was around the same age. They were like 23, around there, okay, UFO specialists, okay. And I was sorry too. Just they're like younger but a decade, younger than me by a decade, okay. They try to claim some seniority because they've been to US Army longer than I have, okay. Many of them also deployed overseas before. Okay. Me, I just out of army school. New to the unit. Okay. So they try to claim some seniority, like, but I was like, no, it's not like that. No, not with me. Maybe they thought I was around their age, okay? But I look younger than my age. I'm 48 now. Okay, and so your army haircut, okay, short hair, okay, so and I look younger than my age, okay. Maybe they thought I was around their age, okay, like 23. I was sorry too, okay. I'm 48 now, okay. Yeah, maybe I look on average maybe younger than my age by a decade. Whatever, okay. So, but I know they're younger than me, okay, by a decade or so. So yeah, I may be new to this unit, new to the US Army, relative to you, but you cannot claim seniority to me because I'm older than you by a decade, okay? And I've lived in Planos 10 years more than you did, okay? I'm more experienced, more education, more knowledge. So no, you cannot claim seniority on me. It does not work like that around me, okay? I'm not gonna let you do that. And they did not like that attitude of mine. Some of them like former high school football stars, some others weight training, weightlifter, like big muscles, okay. Some others, yeah, they're like combat veterans, okay, so they've been to overseas, okay, but they're still younger than me. We are E4 specialists, okay. Same rank, okay. So I guess they kind of like conspire to teach me a lesson, kind of initiation, hazing a little bit. Okay, so I think that's what it was. Funny, right? Yeah. Yeah, my professor does. Yeah, martial arts education credit very well. Thank you. Okay. Good morning. Yeah, happy Saturday morning. Okay? I guess they talked about me behind the scene, okay, because I'm this panache, okay, like flamboyance, okay, like attention gatherer, like because I've been to Hollywood, okay, performer. As a performer, I want to be center of attention, okay. Army cadence, I volunteer for it, but group run, okay, in the morning, PT session, physical training, okay. Yeah, I called the cadence. I also even composed, wrote my own cadence, okay, but they had hard time repeating after me because I have heavy, thick Korean accent. They had no idea what I was talking about. Because I have a heavy Korean accent, okay, so I'm creative, okay. I wrote my own cadence, and but they didn't understand what I was saying, okay. As we do group run, okay, yeah, left, 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 right, left, okay, so. But I've been to Hollywood. Okay, I like being center of attention as a performer. Okay, so like songwriter. Okay, yeah, Army Cadence. I wrote it. Okay, my own version. I wrote my own version. Okay, and yes, so like I guess they talked about me when I was not around. Like, who's this guy? New to the unit. For Texas, private company. We work with helicopters, okay? Yeah, so I was electrician, but some others mechanics, armament, like missiles, okay? So and quality control and then logistics, okay? They're like about 300 to 400 people there, okay? Mostly junior enlisted, okay? We have some sergeants, commissioned officers. Yes, Bravo company, okay? It was big unit, okay? About 300 to 400 people, okay? So I guess they talked about me, okay, when I was not around. Who's that guy? New guy. Who want to be center of attention? Huh? Yeah, let's teach him a lesson, okay? He's new, but arrogant. Not humble at all. He wants to be center of attention. Who's this guy? Let's teach him a lesson. Okay? I think that's what it is. Okay. So fun, right? Yeah. Good story. I'm not making it so, okay? It happened, okay? I am creative, but not as creative as the divinities, okay? The creatresses of the universe, okay? They bestowed me, they kindly gave this to us. True story, okay? Interesting. Right? Yeah. Did I write about it? Oh, yeah. It's in Amazon.com, okay? Ebooks, okay? Nowadays, in the name of humanity, he prays, okay? But back in the days, yeah, Alaska Stranger, Romance, and dot dot dot, okay? I used pen name back then, okay? Like, 10 years ago? Henry Leroy, HL, like Huhnkie, right? Pen name, Henry Leroy, okay? Yeah, HL, okay? So, yeah. So it's in Amazon.com, okay? Yeah, it's autobiographical. Some are fictional too, okay? So it's all published as books, ebooks, Amazon Kindle, okay? So it's there, okay? 5 minutes, right? Yeah, thank you. Uh, Book, all right. Now, how much time do we have left? How many minutes? More than 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, we got more than 30 minutes, okay? Yeah. 5 minutes, book, all right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, continuing story time in Fort Hood, Texas. Yeah, let's do it, okay? It's fun. Okay, yeah, it's like there's some female soldiers. They're cool, okay? Yes, but between us army guys, okay, they try to haze me. Initiation ceremony, like kind of lighter version of Buddhism, okay? So I was like, you guys, okay, here we go. Here it goes again, okay? I'm like, looking back is for a fun game, okay? So, but my attitude is like this, okay? They're still younger than me, okay? And okay, but I'm new to the unit, newer relative to their experience. They've been in the U.S. Army like maybe 1, 2 years before I did, okay? They're still E4 specialists, okay? 10 years younger than me, okay? I was 32, 2010, Fort Worth, Texas, okay? Yeah, I was 32. They were like 22, 23 around there, okay? So, but same rank, info specialists, okay? And some of them like former high school football star, some others, big muscles, weightlifters, okay? Some others, yeah, the combat veterans, okay? Yeah, who been to overseas, okay? Yeah. But they're younger than me. We're all E4 specialist guys, okay? But I'm new to the army, newer, relatively speaking, excuse me, okay? Relatively speaking, okay? But that's younger than me, okay? So they don't like my attitude, okay? Yeah, because I look young. I guess I look about their age. I was sorry to, but maybe I look like 22, their age, okay? And I have this like attitude, right? Yeah, I want to be the center of attention, okay? Composing my own lyrics in army cadence in the morning. And you have to repeat after me because I'm recording the cadence, okay? So, but heavy, thick Korean accent, they don't quite understand what I'm saying, okay? So I guess they talked about me, okay? Let's teach them a lesson, okay? Maybe they did not know I was like 10 years older than they were. Because I look younger than my age, okay? Maybe at least by a decade, okay? So I'm 48, okay? So, uh, yeah, they're like, try to teach me a lesson, okay? And I said, no. Hmm? My response, I did not tell them then, but, and I was adding my own fictional material here, okay? My attitude, my response is like, you don't not get to teach me, okay? You're 10 years younger than me, okay? So, and Buddhism, initiation hazing, no, I do not need that. Been there, done that, okay? When I was younger, okay? I'm 32 now, 2010, okay? That was like what, 16 years ago, okay? But now it's 2026, okay? Look, I'm 32 years old, okay? Been there, done that. Hazing, initiation, yeah, Buddhism. I'm too old for that. Okay, so no, thank you, please. Okay, yeah. Oh, well, you guys want to fight me? Yeah, I'll fight you all. Okay, yeah. Because at the age of 32, I learned many different kinds of martial arts. Okay, so I watched many kung fu movies, like Bruce Lee fighting multiple opponents, Jackie Chan fighting multiple opponents as a one person. Oh, yes, made that movie. Female martial artist fighting multiple opponents. Okay, yeah. You know, find me. Do you want to fight me? Okay, bunch of guys, E4 specialists, 10 years younger than me. Come on, I'll fight you. Okay. So that was my attitude, my response. Okay, yeah. Was I willing to fight them? Yeah. But I'm not gonna tolerate this. If for specialists, 10 years younger than me, giving me attitude, trying to claim seniority, no. You're 10 years younger than me, okay? So I've been these predators 10 years longer than you have. Maybe you have more experience in the US Army. Thank you for your service. But you cannot do this hazing initiation ceremony like this kind of mild, lighter version of Buddhism. No, I'm too old for that. And they stopped trying that stuff on me, okay? By then, I was a 32, right? And I learned many different kinds of martial arts, okay? So I didn't need any help from other people, okay? Yeah, there are multiple guys, if for specialists. I can take them all by myself, okay? And they back down, okay? Yeah, they backed off, right? Yeah. Later on, we became best friends, okay? Yeah. Let boys be boys, okay? So yeah, later on, yeah, we became friends, okay? Then they tried to punk me out, testing my strengths, courage. Uh, yeah, this new guy, right? Yeah, let's test him out, right? Eh? It was like that, okay? Later on, we became good friends, okay? Yeah, yeah. Mm. So that's how it went down, okay? Yeah, it was nice, okay? It's good stories. Nobody got into any troubles, okay? Nobody got injured, no fist fight, not just more civilized. Some verbal exchanges, okay? Verbal exchanges, okay? Nobody got injured, nobody got into trouble. No, everything fine, okay? Yeah, okay, yeah. Good story, right? Yeah. More civilized fashion. In Fort Worth, Texas, America, okay? US Army. Yeah. Very civilized. But some tension, okay? Like getting like almost there, right? Uh, uh. No crime there, okay? No, like nobody got into trouble, okay? But still civilized. Still interesting. No injuries. No like fist fight. No. Mm. But still very interesting. Okay. Civilized. No violence, no crime. But still some emotional tension. Oh, between us guys in the US Army, okay. Like, new guy. Right. And with attitude, hunkily, specialistly, right? Yeah. But I was like, look, I may look your age, but actually I'm 32. Okay. Well, you are like 22. Yeah. Just because I look younger than my age, 32, okay. You're 22, okay. Maybe you thought I was 22, okay, because I look younger than my age, okay. So, welcome. Yeah, good morning, okay. Yeah, we talk about U.S. Army days, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm 48 now, but U.S. Army, in 2010, I was 32, okay, and these other guys, they're like 22, okay. So because I look younger than my age by a decade at least, okay. Maybe I think they thought I was around their age, okay. So they challenged me, okay. So I was like, Please, okay. I'm too old for that, okay. So, mm-mm. So yeah, my professional endeavors, yeah, martial arts, education, and co-development. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. My professional endeavors. Okay, thank you. Yeah, martial art, education, and co-development. Okay, thank you. 5 minutes break. We'll rest. Okay. Welcome to human show, human school. Okay. Mighty proud. Visual endeavors. Okay, thank you. 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, so it was like that. It was fun. Fort Worth, Texas, right? I was like, okay, you're like 22 years old, E4 specialist, okay. Some of you like combat veterans, okay, been deployed by some overseas, and some of you high school football stars, former high school football stars. Some of you like weightlifter, big muscles, okay. Yeah, well, you want to teach me a lesson? Guess what? It will be the other way. Because my name is Huhnkie, okay? So I will teach you a lesson because I was like 32, 10 years older than they are, okay? You want to fight me, all of you? Yeah, come on. I fight you alone. Okay, come on, let's fight, okay? That was my attitude, okay? And but we didn't quite get to that point because they backed down, they backed off, okay? So it did not happen. But yeah, I was willing to fight them all alone. When they come at me all at once, yeah, sure, I can do that. Yeah. I learned about that, okay? Solo fighter, multiple opponents, okay? Yeah, just like Chinese Kung Fu, okay? So, in Chinese martial movies, yeah, did that many times, okay? So I was ready for that, okay? But it did not happen. They backed down, okay? Because they're not martial artists. Martial artists, they don't do that stuff, okay? Like Buddhism. No, martial arts is about self-discipline, okay? It's about spirituality, okay? It's not about hurting other people. No, martial arts is about protecting people. Okay? Yeah. It's not about Buddhism, martial arts. No, it's about morality, ethics, of righteousness, like 90-degree angle. Okay, Chinese Kung Fu. Okay, Buddhism, Indian Buddhism. Okay, so or Chinese Taoism, the way, Tao. Okay, Tai Chi. Okay, so it's very peaceful. Okay, spiritual, religious, morality, ethics. That's what why I love Chinese martial arts. Like Tai Chi, Taoism, or Kung Fu, Buddhism, Indian Buddhism. Okay, so I love Chinese martial arts. Okay, so it's about self-discipline, respect, ethics, morality. Okay, doing the right thing. Okay, helping people too. Self-discipline. Okay, it's not about Buddhism like hurting people. It's not like that in 5 stage martial arts. Okay, no, it's not like that. Okay. Yeah, but the attitude is like more jealousy in U.S. Army for Texas, okay? Because I'm getting all the attention as a new guy. They're jealous of me, okay? And they try to, they say they want to teach me a lesson, but I don't need a lesson from you. You're younger than me by 10 years. No, I will teach you a lesson. I'm 10 years older than you, but yeah, so you're not get to teach me, okay? So there's my attitude, okay? It's between us boys, guys, okay? Everybody want to rule the world, okay? Like chicken, okay? Male chicken, cock, they do this morning call, like cookie doodle or whatever, okay? In America, right? In Korea, yeah, kokodek, okay? So yeah, it's this assertion of dominance, male dominance, okay? That's what chickens do, okay? But domestic chicken origination, they're from Vietnam, Southeast Asia, okay? They can fly, okay? Yeah. I looked it up, okay? So, a couple years ago, okay? Yeah, so between us guys, okay, male dominance, yeah, who's better, who's stronger? It was like that in US Army, Fort Texas, okay? Let boys be boys, right? But nothing bad happened there, okay? Nobody got injured. Nobody got into trouble. No. But I was willing to fight all of them who tried to teach me a lesson. 10 years younger than me, okay? They're like 22. I was 32, okay? Yeah, I was willing to fight all of them. But they backed down, okay? Because they're smart, okay? They know how to get into trouble, okay? They backed off. I was willing to fight them, okay? Because at the age of 32, and they're 22 years old, okay? Like, how many of them? Maybe 5 of them, okay? Yeah, I was willing to fight them because I'm not going to get bullied by the age of 32 by what? Five, like 22-year-old guys, same rank, for specialists, okay? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get bullied. No, I was willing to fight that. Yeah, 5 guys versus 1 guy, Hunkily, okay? I was willing to fight that. But they back down, they're smart, okay? They're not getting, they don't want any troubles. I guess they just wanted to test me out. Like, do you have courage, bravery? Do you have the guts to fight us? I was like, yeah. Hmm. And they saw that in me. Yeah, they're 22-year-old. Okay, I was sorry too. Okay, so they got the message. Okay, yeah, I was willing to fight. But by then, I learned many martial arts, different kinds of martial arts. Okay, and they acknowledged, admitted, and appreciated my courage, bravery. So that's why they backed down, backed off. Okay, so yeah, no fist fight happened. Okay, I'm glad you didn't. Okay, because I don't want to get into trouble. Okay. Yeah, so happy ending, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, nice. And we became good friends later on. That's how I learned about their past history. They used to be like high school football stars, okay, and some of them, yeah, deployed to some overseas, okay, yeah, because we became friends, okay. Yeah, they tell me their stories, so I learned from them. I did later on, okay. Thank you. The kind of experiences that I have not had, okay, they're very honest with me, okay. Some of them said they've been to jail, okay, yeah, but they're forgiven, okay. Some of them got into some troubles, okay. So we became very good friends, okay, between us guys, okay. Later on, okay, after this testing, so I learned my right to learn from this wonderful young people, 10 years younger than me. So they ended up teaching me. I did learn from them, okay. But later on, we became friends, okay. So they did tell me their life experience. Although they are 10 years younger than me, I did learn from them after all. I did. So thank you for being honest with me, telling me your stories, the kind of experiences that I did not have. It was nice. Yeah. They're American born raised, okay. So, but they had some of their own struggles as American born raised, all American guys, US Army, okay. Okay. I didn't experience that. I grew up in South Korea, okay. Yeah. They heard my stories too. Yeah. I told them my stories as well. That's mutual education. I learned from them 10 years younger than me. I ended up learning from them. The American teenagers, okay. So their teenage stories as Americans. Okay. When I was a teenager, I was in South Korea, okay. I told them my stories too. Mutual exchange of these experiences, knowledge. Yeah, very human knowledge called mutual education. We learn from each other. No matter what race, gender, age is, okay. Yeah, I did learn. I ended up learning from them peacefully. Story time, okay. Yeah, 10 years younger than me, okay. But they did end up teaching me American teenager experience, okay. Yeah, thank you. All right, so ended up learning from them, okay. After all, okay. It was nice. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, my professor is, yeah, martial arts can continue, okay. Time check now. It was nice, okay. Yeah, we got like a 15 minutes left, okay. Yeah, 5 minutes break, walk rest, okay. Thank you. It was nice, okay. Yeah, it's very good experience there. Both of Texas, right? Nice. Yeah, so it was very nice. Okay, yeah, over Texas, right? Yeah, we became friends. Okay, yeah. They'll tell me stories. Like some of them been to jail, prison. Okay, some others. Yeah, some difficult times. Okay. Welcome. Good morning. Okay, yeah, check on story time. Okay, U.S. Army days. Okay, so yeah, it's between us guys. Okay, so they're like American story, American born and raised. Okay, so and yeah, so they will listen to my stories like teenager in Seoul, South Korea. Okay, story time. Yeah, they tell me their story, American high school, middle school. I told them my stories. Okay, like Korean high school, Korean middle school. Okay, mutual exchange of knowledge, different experiences, learning from each other with respect. Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, it was nice. They're 10 years younger than me. Okay, I was 32. They're like 22. Okay. But still, I did learn from them. Okay, yeah, their American experience in high school, and they did learn about Korean high school experience from me. Okay, mutual exchange. Okay, so it was nice, very memorable time. Okay, yeah, mutual appreciation. Okay, it was nice. Yeah, it was so cool. Okay, we became very good friends. Okay, after some conflict. Okay, yeah, but it's fine. Okay, nobody injured. Okay, nobody got into any trouble. No fist fights. Okay, just just between us guys, like let boys be boys, right? Yes, it was all fine. Okay, happy ending. Okay. Mhm. So in Fort Hood, Texas, again, I became kind of local celebrity. Okay, I because I passed that test, hazing initiation trial they just tried me, okay, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna go through that shit. Okay, I apologize my language. Okay, because I was in U.S. Army junior state. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry, bad language. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through that SHIT. Okay, so no, I'm too old for that SHIT. Okay, so back then we did pronounce that, but now I'm civilian, I'm US Army veteran, okay? I'm not allowed to pronounce it. I can spell it, SHIT, okay? No, I'm not going to go through that SHIT, okay? Again, no, I'm too old for that SHIT, okay? So, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. I apologize for pronouncing the word, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so it was like that, okay? It was fun. Yeah. So they started to respect me. Okay. Yeah, these 22-year-olds, E4 specialists who went to US Army longer than I have by a couple of years. Okay. Yeah, they started to respect me. And we became friends. Yeah, there were some hiccups at the beginning, but we're in Bravo Company together. Okay. Yeah, let's get along. And we did later on. And we became good friends. Okay. It was nice. Yeah. And they did help me. Okay. Like almost like therapists, counselors. When I had some difficulties, okay. They're younger than me, but they're still adults, right? Yeah, they're still adults, and they did help me out psychologically, like therapists, counselors. Okay, yeah, I remember. They're like 10 years younger than me. Okay, but as a mature adults, okay, yeah, this is helping out. Okay, just listen to me, good listeners. Okay, like therapists, psychologists. Okay, yeah, and, because I had some difficult time later on too. Okay, 'cause I like 32. Okay. Later on, yeah, 33, 34, whatever. Okay. And we became very good friends. Okay. And they came to me too when they had difficult time. Okay. Yeah, I played the role of psychologist, therapist. Okay. Good listener. Okay. Some recommendation too. Okay. So, yeah. So we became very good friends. Okay. Nice, right? It's a beautiful story. Yeah. I remember. Okay. It was nice. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I have to say. Okay. So it's been almost 2 hours, and how many minutes do we have left? Exactly. What, 10 minutes? We'll see. Okay. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Okay. But look, I'm hungry. My breakfast is ready in the microwave. Okay. It's like broccoli chicken. Okay. And some cauliflower, baby carrots in there, microwave. Okay. So healthy food. Okay. So, yeah. Mm. And I will continue to watch this Korean TV show. My ID is Gangnam Beauty. Okay. It's nice TV show. Okay, I was very impressed. Okay, 2018 production. Okay, from South Korea. Okay, yeah, and there are a lot of female characters there. Okay, beautiful ladies. Okay, so I'm straight male. Okay, single. So I do enjoy watching the beautiful Korean female actresses there. Okay, uh, but they're like highly talented actresses. Okay, yeah, but look, I'm straight. Okay, so but yeah, but they're great actresses. Okay, the dancing scene, I don't think they're very good dancers. Okay, because I'm a dancer myself. Okay, maybe they did it for the show. Okay, dancing coaches. Okay, just for the show, right? I don't think they are professional dancers. Okay, so, but whatever. Okay, but they're acting, both females and males. Good acting, good casting. Okay, the costume design, interior design, lighting, cinematography, camera angle, editing. Okay, it's so well done. The music too, background music. Okay, because I'm a filmmaker myself. Okay, and good storyline. Okay, yeah, the writers. Okay, well done. Okay, yeah, my name is Gangnam Beauty. I'll continue watch that as I eat breakfast. Okay, yeah, because that TV show is quite exceptional one. Okay. It became one of my favorite TV shows. Okay, of all time. Okay. All right. Yeah. See you next time. Okay. Thank you. I control my drinking. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Kind of drunk. Okay. I'll see you next time. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Love my showers. Okay. Thank you. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, time check now. Yeah. 5 minutes left. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to English. Welcome to Friday now. Okay. How about that? Yeah, see you next time, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my official leaders, okay? Yeah, law martial arts, education, culture, okay. Thank you, comfortable professionals, for your services, and thank you for past masters for your mentorship, okay? Yeah, thank you. God bless you, God bless you. Thank you. Law martial arts, education, culture, okay, thank you. See you next time. Yep. Mm-hmm.